I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I did cry.
Of course.
At that time, like if I started talking about how I really felt, then I don't know how I could have stopped crying about it. Because I stopped myself for so long. Like once in a while, yes, lalabas yung luha. Once in a while, iiyak ako. But in my head, like your job's not done. You can cry later. Just do what you need to do first. You learn to lose graciously, but even more important is learning to win graciously.
Real stories, real conversations. This is Unbreakable. You're listening to Unbreakable with Migs Bustos, brought to you by Lucca Creatives, powered by January Skies Creations. Ang ating pong panauhin today, ang ating guest today, actually, she is one of the credible, not just faces, credible journalists, sports journalists, and of course a familiar face in media for over 23 years. Michael Jordan-like. She began her career as a courtside reporter in 2002 sa NCAA po yan, and has since worn many hats. As a host, as a writer, anchor for sports, entertainment news, and even global events, and of course, a loving life. Just recently, she opened up about one of the toughest battles in her life, recovering from breast cancer. Today, we hear how she faced this challenge, or currently facing this challenge, with strength, honesty, integrity, and grace. Please welcome to the podcast, Miss Chesca Litton-Kalaw.
How am I supposed to come in after that intro? Wait,
Di naman cooking.
na-pressure ako ng
Cooking.
slide.
Pero thank you, Check.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
I promised you that I would guest on your podcast. Thank you
Thank you,
for
thank you,
waiting.
thank you.
Thank you for waiting.
In our line of work, and me, growing up watching sports and media, it's surreal sometimes. Gusto ko lang pakatotoo. It's surreal sometimes that the people that you look up to get to be your friends, right?
Ako binabola na ito.
Hindi, totoo talaga. Baka sabihin niyo cooking. Hindi, pero totoo talaga. Pero Check, thank you for coming, and thank you for accepting our invitation. Of course, opening up about your current life battle. But before we get to that, diba, I wanna establish first our, kumbaga, common interest in sports media. Diba? I mean, there are a lot of highs, there are a lot of challenges.
Yes.
But in the span of 23 years and counting, right? Parang, what have been the biggest moments that you would say?
I was very, very blessed that my first year as a courtside reporter in the NCAA, I got to experience a championship already. I was with the San Sebastian Stags. That was an amazing experience for me. Another one off the top of my head would be getting to cover the NBA All-Star Week in 2007. That was in Las Vegas. And I also have to throw out when the Philippines hosted the SEA Games in 2019, because iba yung atmosphere ng home court eh. And we had, the best of our athletes, the young ones coming up, the future of certain sports also competing for flag and country, and you get to tell their stories. You get to watch them up close. Anytime let's say anytime that I'm given an opportunity to tell stories, I cherish it, I treasure it, because I firmly believe that our athletes deserve a platform. Our athletes deserve to have their stories told, because, how many other aspects in life, or how many other, professions can bring us all together? And it's a passion for a lot of us talaga.
Yeah.
It's really a passion.
And that passion also comes from your background as an athlete.
I played. I was in the football varsity in CSA.
How many years?
4 years.
Oh.
So freshman year to senior year. And then a couple of years in college. Pero hindi kasi kami varsity in UANP eh. Like we had to be, the funny thing was, we had to be a club,
Club
first
first.
for 2 years, and then
Wow,
we
parang
were-
probation ah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And by the third year, dun lang mapopromote into varsity. But by my third year in UANP, I was already doing courtside.
So hindi mo na natuloy?
Ang hirap.
And you were
i-juggle,
studying.
Yeah, lahat. So one had to go. And I think I was enjoying myself working already. And I knew naman na I could still keep playing with my friends every now and then. Not competitively anymore, but if I wanted to play, I could.
Hindi, kasi that's why I asked that, you know. I mean, now in habit formation, character building, sports is very crucial.
Yes.
Right? So for you, what are the values that you learned in sport that you still bring to today?
Learning to lose.
We
But-
hate losing,
Okay,
but we have to learn how to lose.
You learn to lose graciously, but even more important is learning to win graciously.
Okay.
Because you can tell a lot about a person when they have everything, when they're winning in life. Because it's easy to be humble pag wala. But what kind of person are you when you have everything?
So do you believe that learning from before was like, so ngayon I have an opportunity to be better in what I'm currently doing?
Yes, but also again, that came with age. That came with, obviously many years of kind of just figuring out what I'm supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And siguro, it took a while also for me to start actually believing that I knew what I was doing and that I deserved to be here. Kasi, yun din, kalaban mo rin yung confidence is a big thing, by the way.
Yeah.
I did not have a lot of that either.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
That is one thing, again, I wish I developed more, a sense of confidence in myself.
When you were younger?
When I was younger.
Yeah.
I was very insecure, I always questioned myself.
Mm-hmm.
And you know this, even now, later in my career, I would still question it. Tama ba tong sinasabi ko? Tama ba tong ginagawa ko? It still pops up every now and then.
Yeah. You mentioned confidence, diba?
Yes.
But do you say that siguro parang in this line of work, na-develop siya?
Kailangan eh.
Yeah.
Kailangan.
Pero is it still lacking? I mean, like, so you mentioned parang it took you a while to discover.
Sometimes. Okay, so now I feel like there was a setback because of the chemotherapy. One of the side effects is brain fog. So the things that I should have known, names, words, whatever, like, alam mo yung, it's there in your head, but you
It's like
can't,
tip of your tongue?
yes, you can't say it, you can't figure it out, or even yung parang names na, I know this name, I've said this name a billion times, why am I mispronouncing it? So that hit me also. Are we back to this? Because now I don't trust myself. Like the confidence I had knowing that I've been doing this for so many years in a span of just a couple of months, it was dismantled. Because like, nawala yung trust ko sa sarili ko. I have to keep double checking, I have to triple check, I have to come early to make sure that I read through my scripts if there are names or if there, basta, like naninigurado ako.
Can you also say that also shaped you
Of
on
course.
who you are? Yeah, diba?
Of
In
course.
dealing with challenges, right? Confidence, motivation, adversity. And you mentioned already about the chemotherapy. We'll jump right into it. Tell us more about how you discovered.
Every now and then, every few months, I do self-checks. Anyone over, when you hit 40, you're supposed to get checked every year. So mammogram, ultrasound, whatever. But me, I do self-checks in 2024, mid-2024. In one of my self-checks, I felt something, pero hindi ko pinansin. because it in your head you always hear, oh, if there's a lump, pag may bukol, hindi siya bukol. It didn't feel like a lump. It felt like hard muscle. And like 2024, grabe ako mag-workout, grabe, like I was so focused
Active.
on my fitness. So hindi ko siya pinansin. And every time I think about that, naiinis ako sa sarili ko. But yeah, so around November, after I came home from work, I was taking my shirt off, and then my hand brushed up against something. And yun yung medyo,
Parang,
wait.
oh,
wait. Na parang, what is this? And I started feeling around, and yun, legit, bukol na. So I asked my doctor friend, who obviously knew my family history. My mom passed away from cancer when I was 10. Cancer of the uterus naman. So I asked my doctor friend, same thing, every time I talk to someone about it, don't freak out. But I told her nga I found a lump, and I started feeling pain already. And she said, I asked, like, where am I supposed to go? Like, who do I talk to? And she said, as your friend, I'm going to tell you to go straight to an oncologist. So she referred me to someone. I was able to schedule an appointment first week of December. And then...
Christmas time.
I know! Holidays. I mean, I've had ultrasounds done before, and no one ever asked me to stay after.
So you've done a breast ultrasound before?
No.
I know.
I
That was
will
the
be
first time.
honest. No.
That's why
But
it's
like
yeah.
ultrasounds for other
things.
Yes. But for this one, the radiologist said, after the mammogram, after the ultrasound, she was like, I have to bring my consultant in to explain the results.
Yun na.
And in that moment, I already knew, like, my heart started pounding. Because
Yeah.
kung wala siya,
edi dapat wala.
Yeah.
Dapat unremarkable.
Yung parang, we'll send you can check your results online or whatever.
Yeah.
So dun pa lang, ayan na, nagsisimula na mag-shutdown yung brain ko. Until the consultant explained na parang we saw 3 masses in your right breast, and it's not looking good. You should schedule with the surgeon right away. Ganyan. And while she was talking, like my brain was not processing the information already, and I knew that if she said something important, I would forget or I wouldn't hear it or
Kasi
whatever.
nga, yun na
Wala na
eh. Oo.
So I asked them to call my husband. When he came in, the consultant explained again what they found. And then I think he was also in denial because he was saying, well, we need a biopsy. The biopsy is gonna confirm it. Ganyan. So parang holding out against it.
Yeah. May isa pa kasing step eh. Hindi, pwede pa yan.
There's still hope.
Oo.
But with me, I think dun pa lang because again, I had that childhood trauma. Like I had the history in my family. I lost my mom to it.
Yeah.
So I feel like mas nauna ko siyang natanggap, I think.
Anong stage siya nung na-discover?
Initially, they thought it was stage 2B based on the mammogram and the ultrasound. But when I did the mastectomy, they saw na mas maliit siya.
Okay.
So 2A.
2A.
Yeah.
Okay.
Small wins. I mean, it's not a small win. It's a big win.
Yeah. But it could have been different.
Yes.
It was really 2B.
Yes. But also, the one thing that I was thanking the Lord for the most was hindi umabot sa lymph nodes ko.
Dito.
My lymph nodes were clear.
Dito pala yan, sorry.
Yes. So the lymph nodes, obviously, like they're the highway of the body. Once the cancer enters your lymph nodes, then it's an entirely different story. So
Ano maapektuhan? Kakalat na. Gateway na siya.
Yes.
Gateway na siya.
So
And no doubt you took you did the option na mastectomy na para wala
yes.
na.
So
Take it all out.
like all the tests I had to do. So the biopsy, to confirm,
Yeah.
basically. And I went to work the same day.
What? Dude, you're crazy. Talaga?
Because I didn't want to tell people nga.
I remember.
What I was going through. I didn't
Yeah.
want to let people know.
Yeah.
And anong papaalam ko? So,
Diyos ko naman.
so the day of my biopsy, I went to work.
And no one knew.
No one knew. The 6 cycles of chemo, because we checked with another, just got another opinion. Wala talagang takas yung chemo.
Okay.
no
other way.
Psych
Yeah.
really didn't want me to go through chemo.
What would have been the other option if hindi na chemo?
Wala. Hindi ko
Wala.
alam. Hindi ko alam.
So yun lang talaga.
Yeah.
How does it feel every after session?
Okay. The first cycle, I felt nothing.
Okay. One down.
One down. And my friends were so pissed because, like, I remember pa na I woke up like a few days after. So the first cycle, my onco asked me to take a week off of work.
Did you take a week
I
off?
did. Nakinig naman ako, grabe naman to.
Because you're a hardworking person. Sometimes you do work.
So she asked me to take a week off work to see if I would have any adverse reactions to the chemo meds. Eh, wala. Wala ka naramdaman.
All right.
So I was like,
Is that a good thing or bad thing?
I mean, it was a good thing because at least I was okay for the first cycle.
Okay.
Parang, like, I remember my friends were gonna come visit me pa, and I woke up na nasira yung chinelas ko. So I said na, ay nako, my flip-flops are broken. I'm gonna go to the mall first. I'm gonna buy a pair of slippers. Ganyan, as in yung mga kaibigan ko. Wag
What?
kang aalis ng, like, what are you doing? And I go, like, bakit ba tigas ng ulo mo? And I was like, no, I'm fine. I don't feel anything. I'm okay. Ganyan. Whatever. What do you guys want? I'll buy dessert.
Dessert for you, not for me. Dessert for you.
And they were like, can you just stay home? Like, we're coming over. Just stay home.
That's why they were pissed.
And then I messaged them like 2 hours later. Oh, I'm in the mall. What do you guys want to eat?
Ang kulit!
Pagdating nila sa bahay, alam mo yung kitang-kita ko, they really wanted to kill me. yung isang friend ko, galit na, bakit pa tigas ng ulo mo? Like, I'm fine, I'm okay. The second cycle, yun, I did that, I think, on a Friday because I wanted to rest Saturday, Sunday, and then come back to work Monday.
Yeah. Don't miss any
Okay
days.
lang din because I just felt like a mild headache, very mild, which I could deal with because I'm allergic to painkillers. I've been allergic to painkillers for as long as I can remember. So yung pain tolerance ko, mataas na. So headaches, I mean, I'm used to powering through. I didn't care. So, medyo mayabang ako after the first and second. Third, I did chemo on a Friday and I was gonna do the same thing. I was not prepared.
Gradual pala yung pag-increase ng ng effects.
The third one was one of the most horrible things I have ever felt in my life. I always say this, na I felt like nasagasaan ako ng train. My head was so heavy. I was so tired. My body, alam mo yung parang curl up lang yung katawan ko na hindi ko kaya dalhin sa sarili ko. The fourth was also really bad. Like, the worst side effects were never the same per cycle.
Or be something different. Well, yeah.
There was always something else that would pop up. Yun nga, like the third, I could barely move. My head was just killing me, as in, and then by the fourth, doon na nag-start yung dry heaving. Like, I would be curled up over the toilet for an hour.
Heaving?
Yung nasusuka ka pero walang lumalabas.
Oh.
As yung may times na, please, just let me throw up already to get it over with.
Now, Chesca, I want to ask, two parts na to. Siguro gaano ka-importante yung support system?
Oh my goodness.
You had a very you have a very solid support system from your family and friends.
Especially for someone who's so stubborn.
That's me.
You know me. I'm the kind of person, I'll do it myself. I can do this myself. Kaya ko to. Hindi ko siya kaya. For someone who doesn't want to be a burden. I never wanted to be a burden to anyone. But then my friends kept telling me, you were never a burden. And that's the whole point of having friends and family. That they share that burden with you because you're not supposed to go through these things alone.
When did you realize that you couldn't do it alone? At what point?
Even through the first and second kasi, I had to fight through like dredging up bad memories because of my mom.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I was 10 when she passed away. What do you know when you're 10 years old? Wala ka naiintindihan nun eh. All I knew was that my mom died. And then coupled with me worrying about my dad because I did not want my dad to go through that again. I'm the youngest. I'm the bunso. I don't want him to worry about me anymore. I'm fine. I want my dad to enjoy his life. I want him to go fishing with his friends, relax at his farm. I want my dad to just, take care of himself. Not naman take care of himself. I mean, just enjoy his life na. Because he deserves it. And I didn't want my family to start remembering everything we went through when my mom got sick, when my mom passed away. That was my worry. I didn't want my family to go through that again because of me. And
so you had that natural instinct when you found out.
Yeah, I wanted to protect the people around me from feeling because I know what it feels like. I remember how painful it was. And I didn't want to be the reason that they would feel that again. Because again, as much as you say, kaya ko mag-isa, I don't want to be a burden or whatever. Hindi pwede.
It's inevitable that your family went through this. Parang bakit? Parang is there like guilt? Tama ba?
Yes. For me, definitely, there was guilt. Because again, I don't like people fussing over me. I don't like, ayoko maging hassle sa mga tao.
Pwede mo naman kasalanan eh.
I know.
Oh.
Before I started chemo, I had like a last hurrah with my college friends. Nag-Japan kami. That trip was actually supposed to be in January, but instead of being in Japan, I was in the hospital getting my mastectomy done. Then I was given the clearance to travel by my doctors just for a few days. And my bosses, I spoke to one of my bosses to ask permission na can I have a few days off. And she said, I think you should go. You deserve it. Just to relax before you start chemo, enjoy yourself. But yung bilin ng doctors was, do not carry anything heavy, do not carry anything if you can, and all my friends promised na parang, she's not gonna carry anything, kami bahala lahat, blah, blah. And I remember, when we got to Japan, my luggage, my bags, everything, yung maleta ko, everything, lahat, sila nagtutulak, sila nagbubuhat, and I remember watching them and feeling so bad. Because ayokong nahihirapan yung mga kaibigan ko dahil sa akin. And then, something as small as that isn't, it's not small to me. But to them, it's like, we're literally just pushing your luggage. It's fine. Stop worrying. But even then, I didn't feel I didn't feel good about it. I felt horrible. I felt like I was such a burden. And my other friend saw me and she was like, stop.
Yeah.
Like, you would do exactly the same thing or even more for us. So it's our turn. Like, let us be the ones to take care of you this time because you always take care of us. Eh, di syempre, humagulgul na ako.
Yung mga tipong initial reaction mo, parang okay, pagka-biopsy ko, tatrabaho na ako. 'Di ba? Parang hindi siya pasaway pero parang that takes courage. That takes like
Does
a
it?
level. No, that
Or
takes...
matigas lang talaga ulo ko.
No,
I don't know.
No, I mean like it's a choice na parang to be miserable about it. You know, it's a choice on what you will do.
With regards to that, I am of the belief that you can't, like, there are some things that you can't really do anything about, but you can choose how you react to it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Am I going to whine, cry, complain? And all of that is valid.
Mm-hmm.
I did cry.
Of course.
The whining, I whined to God. Not to people. But siguro, like, if I did, like, I'd crack jokes about it na like, I looked like a human balloon when I was doing chemo because I was so bloated, inis na inis ako. Things like that. Like, parang joke time ko na lang. Because at that time, like, if I started talking about how I really felt, then I don't know how I could have stopped crying about it. Because I stopped myself for so long. Like, once in a while, yes, lalabas yung luha. Once in a while, iiyak ako. But in my head, like, your job's not done. You can cry later. Just do what you need to do first. And when I finally finished chemo, I think I cried for like 3-4 days straight. As in, pagkagising, iyak.
Yeah.
But again, probably that's just how I'm wired. I don't know. I remember I was eating for the longest time. I figured na parang, I won't tell anyone na lang. I don't want to make a big deal out of it. Blah blah. Until I had there was a wig made for me already, just in case. Because my uncle said na you might start losing your hair a week before your second chemo cycle. True enough.
Yun nga.
Like, it started out gradually. Na bits and pieces of hair. And then I was like, papapixie cut na lang ako para hindi masyado halata.
Okay.
Pag short hair, diba? But it reached a point where I was literally just eating lunch. I was sitting at the table eating, and I could feel hair falling down my back. And
Para kang ginugupitan, parang
Yeah.
Na parang yung feeling ng hair kapag gupit, parang
yes.
Oo.
Exactly. And I was like, that was probably one of the first times I cried. Because inis na inis ako kasi parang kate niya, it was so uncomfortable, and I wasn't doing anything. My hair was just falling out on its own. And then I told my husband, like, I think I'm gonna shave my head soon because I'd rather just shave it all off than feel this. So I think my second chemo cycle was Friday. Thursday, I came home from work and I asked my husband to shave my head for me.
Si Tyke na
Yeah,
nag-shave.
so we used this electric razor.
Gamit na gamit ng pandemic yun, yung mga di makapagpagupit.
So he went somewhere Saturday. When he came home, fully shaved na ako. Hindi ko kinaya. I
Ay,
got
ikaw
more,
na.
I
Oo.
just used the razor na lang talaga. And then, kinuha ko yung shaving cream niya. And then, I just shaved my, like, just whatever. And then, that was it. Like, I knew I had to announce already.
Mhm.
And my DMs were filled.
Yeah.
I did not expect it from strangers. I did not expect, and that was another thing that was so overwhelming, and I was so grateful for, because I realized that as much as I didn't want to share, I'm glad I did, because I wouldn't have heard these amazing stories from people. Na, hey, I've been cancer-free for 7 years. Kaya mo yan. Da, da, da. Like, I went through this. This is, like, I was stage 3. I was stage 4. Like,
Gave you
stories
hope.
that were much harder than mine.
Mhm.
And these were the people that, like, I had never met. And they were so willing to share their stories with me and share their journey with me. And as someone who had no idea what to expect, or who had at that time had no idea how hard it was going to be, I was so grateful, like, moving forward, because that was also, I guess, the motivation for me to start sharing more.
Mhm.
Because then I would get messages also na, yun, parang, thank you for sharing. I was just diagnosed. So, nakakatulong kasi alam ko na yung may expect ko, or asking for advice.
Mhm.
And whatever I knew at the time, whatever I could share, I shared. And yun, it matters knowing that you're not alone. And you're not the first, you're not gonna be the last. But we're all here.
Ano siguro yung na-discover mo sa sarili mo after this experience? Or going through this experience?
I need to allow other people to be there for me. I need to accept and convince myself that I am not a burden. I was never a burden. That was all in my head. Because it's also unfair. I was told this many times. It's unfair for me to deny people the opportunity to show me that they love me. Because my friends do love me, my family loves me, my husband loves me. Every single circle, I am so grateful. I can't stop saying that. I know people are gonna be so sick and tired of hearing me say I'm so grateful, but that's just really, like, I've lost track. Siguro, I think the way na I tried keeping track, kasi nga yung brain fog ko, like, I would take pictures of things that people would send, or like take screenshots of messages. Ang dami kasi, ang daming nag-reach out, ang daming nagparamdam. Like, people I did not expect, and people I knew would be there. Overwhelming.
So, check siguro para sa mga nanonood nito na siguro going through the same thing or in those lines. Ano yung masasabi mo sa kanila?
Oh boy. You'll be amazed. You'll be amazed by what you can endure. And give yourself the grace to release your emotions when you need to. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to be mad. You're allowed to question things. Just don't stay there. You pick yourself up and then you keep going, because you're so much stronger than you think.
Ano yung pinanghahawakan mo to endure?
God. Well, there was no one, like, as much as I tried to hide from, as much as I tried to hide what I was going through or what I was really feeling from everyone, there was one person, there was one being that I couldn't hide from. So, the times na umiyak ako, the times na nagtatago ako, whether it was in the bathroom or whenever I would be able to drive myself to work, mag-isa lang ako sa car or whatever, like the times that I could be alone, dun ko nilalabas. But every night, the prayers were always like, I don't know why this is happening to me. I don't know why you chose me for this. Like, but yun. I would rather be the one to deal with this than my siblings, than my nieces. But you're the only one who knows how hard it is for me. So I'm just gonna lift everything up.
Amen. So ngayon, check, of course, you're back to work.
Yes,
And you
I never
get...
stop.
Never stop. You never stop. Never stop. Tama, you never stop.
I
Yeah,
never
you're at work and then you now get to do the things that you like to do. Kumbaga, would you say now that you're on your way back to,
I hope so. Kasi,
and what keeps you busy besides work?
yeah, Pilates and rehab talaga. It takes up like a significant chunk of my time now. So far Pilates once a week, rehab thrice a week. And when I'm not doing that, like we have a treadmill at home, so I'll at least try to walk. And the dogs are also on the treadmill.
Yeah. Run soon.
Ayan, makulit talaga siya sa running eh. But
You can!
yeah!
Yeah!
We'll see.
Off work, like the things when you're not doing Pilates or rehab.
Syempre,
Can travel?
May gaming pa rin. And yeah, I owe my husband a vacation. I owe him, a break that doesn't involve hospitals or doctors or whatever. So hopefully we'll be able to travel soon.
All right. Last question.
Ito na naman.
Ito na. Last question na talaga, yung tinanong ko kanina sa camera mo. What makes Chesca unbreakable?
The love and support of my friends and family.
All right. Mic drop. There you have it. Thank you so much for the inspiration. Palakpakan naman natin
Thank you.
ang magiting and of course recovering from breast cancer, Chesca Litton-Kalaw. Thank you, Chek. Thank you.
Thank
Pakulat si
you.
Chek. Thank you so much for the motivation, the story, and the inspiration. Hi, hello, this is Migs Bustos, and do not miss every Unbreakable episode on the Lucca Creatives YouTube channel.